How's it, guys? Welcome to the DQ Central Show, 4:20 on a Thursday. Hope you're all well and blessed. Guys, why you can't be fired, part two. You remember on Tuesday we were talking a little bit about it, and Quinn was going in depth with it. Well, Quinn, give us some more.
Okay. So I might have been a little bit blatant on Tuesday. Oops. Guys, what you have to understand is that this is not actually about cannabis. It's about privacy. Okay. A company that tests you, they're allowed to test you. It falls under the Occupational Health and Safety Act. There's other acts that come in, and please understand that most times, I'm not saying all, most times, it's about the health and safety of the employees. Mm-hmm. Okay, as a whole.
Sorry, Quinn, can I just butt in there?
Yeah.
I just want to ask you a question, and also I've been thinking about this and about. So, if it's in your employment contract, yes, they got the right to test you. Mm-hmm. But if it's not, you can refuse. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah. It has to be either in the employment contract or there has to be a substance abuse policy in place.
Now, which you've signed, I suppose.
You would have signed it. You would have been memoed in on it. You would have been made aware of it by it being up in the canteen or in places that you can see, especially if it's a newer policy. The company has to make sure that every employee sees it. Mm-hmm. And generally with those new policies, it's like a 30-day thing. They stick it up on a board and,
way to catch you, yeah.
Okay. Day 31, I knock on your door. Okay, they can't fire you. Why? Well, it's very simple. If they want to fire you for smoking weed at night, they're going to have to fire everybody that had a beer at night as well. You cannot be under the influence the next day. As I was quite open about on Tuesday, unless you're smoking just before work, which, you know what, guys? No. Come on.
Is your job that bad?
You know,
but look.
Okay, this is what the companies that I deal with have got in place. Number one, if there is drug testing and you're tested positive for cannabis, you immediately get told we have to do a confirmatory test. The reason for this is exactly that. We'd like to confirm when last you used it. Now, there are tests available that give us a cutoff. It depends on the test, but sorry, guys, you're looking at around 4 to 8 hours. Some of the tests that we're running at the moment are 4 hours.
That's that new one you were telling me about.
Okay, it's about a 4-hour test. So if we test you around 10 in the morning and you're positive, I'm going to do a confirmatory test right after that. I'll give you at least an hour because I'm going to be busy. And at around 11, I'm going to do the confirmatory test. And if that's negative,
then you're okay.
You're okay.
Yeah.
If that's positive, it means that you've smoked within the last 4 hours, which means that you've possibly smoked during work, which means that you have broken the law. Mm-hmm. You haven't smoked in the privacy of your own home or a private place. You have smoked at work, which is not considered a private place, but a public place. Okay. That being said, it specifically says you're not allowed to smoke in public, which means as well that you could very well be, and you know what, Dave? We know that most stones, the guys with tolerance, half an hour and you're good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Those with a lower tolerance, guys, you can be stoned anywhere between 10 minutes and 4 hours.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yes, remember those days.
What happens about the medicinal users of guys that are using something like cannabis oil for something quite extreme like epilepsy or even cancer,
yeah.
And they're taking tons of the shit. Okay? That little test of mine shows positive.
Mm.
Do you know why? Because what happens is there are certain cannabinoids that are metabolized first. That is what the test is looking for. If those cannabinoids aren't present, it means that they've been metabolized, which means it's around 4 hours that it's out your system. Problem is with cannabis oil is that you're getting 200 times that. people's tolerances pick up quickly. However, what happens in that situation? Then they'll say, oh yeah, well then you need to get a doctor's script. Well, you need to get a doctor's script. Have you actually tried to get a doctor's script? No. You can't, you dumb fuck.
Yeah.
Because the doctors don't want to, because they're too shit scared to, and it
goes against the Hippocratic Oath.
There are 56 people, only 56 people in South Africa that have got a permit to be able to use it medicinally and either import or purchase it locally. That comes from SAPRA.
Yeah.
Do you know how long it took them to get that?
And how many sick people
Months
are out there?
and years.
Crazy.
So, if they want to fire you, along the screen for the past while, you would have seen a website and an email address. You need to contact that website and email address. We're looking specifically for people in the Cape Town area, in the Western Cape, and in Gauteng. Okay? It's a bit difficult at the moment on the coastal regions. At the moment. It's just because of logistics, guys. But Cape Town and the greater Gauteng, we need to talk to you. If you have been fired for being positive for cannabis since the 18th of September 2018, you need to get hold of us now.
Yeah, let's kick some ass.
Let's kick some ass. That being said, good news. Somebody phoned me about something just like this. And I'm not going to mention the company's name, but if you've got Google, you can figure this one out very quickly. It is the largest unlisted company in South Africa. I think it's 60 or 80,000 employees they're sitting with at the moment. The chap got told that his cannabis use was a problem and that they were going to be doing testing. And he phoned me in a panic. And I told him to grow a pair of fucking balls. He did. And he walked into his company, to the HR. There was a screaming match. Another director walked in. There was more of a screaming match. And finally, the MD walked in and wanted to know what was going on. And this guy looked at him straight and said, "You are discriminating against me. I need this medicinally." And strangely enough, he does. He uses it medicinally. Like he says, he doesn't mind having a joint or two on the weekend to get completely fucked up. Yeah. But he uses it for a very, very specific thing. And the company has seen the difference in his sales, the way that he's been going for the past while, which is since he's been using cannabis. And he said, "You are discriminating against me." They have now changed their policy right there and then.
And that's what we need to do. I mean, guys, you're all employed. You're working for companies. Go and have a look at your policy. Go and educate your directors, your HR people.
If you're a company owner, please contact me directly. Once again, you'll see the emails and stuff like that on the screen. Let's get you educated, and let's show you that just because I smoke dope doesn't mean I'm a dope head.
Exactly. You know, like we said before, you go to any event where there's weed available, and you go to a different event where there's only alcohol available. There's fights with alcohol. There's crap. There's people puking everywhere. There's people falling everywhere. Weed. Everyone's just happy.
Give 50 guys 5 bottles of brandy and there'll be fights. Give 50 guys 5 joints.
Oh, man.
And there'll be 49 oaks standing around singing Kumbaya, and 1 oak at least with a camera trying to get it all.
Oh, yeah. It's awesome.
Okay.
But yeah, guys, what do we It's a bit of a long one today.
9 minutes, eh?
4:29 and 6 seconds. Quinn.
Away you mensa.
Awesome, guys. Tomorrow, the review will be what we jarred.
818 headband.
OG.
818
OG. Guys.
818 OG.
Okay. Guys.
Away you mensa.
Awesome.